Genius call by Shu right here, man. Makes it look really good. What, pre-snap right here, what Ewers thinks he's got is he thinks he's got man-to-man right here. So he thinks he's going to be run off in this situation on the quick out, which means that there's no way leverage-wise, even though he's showing and could bail, this should be the wide-open deal. Now, he probably sees this safety a little lower than this hat right here, but you're going to end up getting a drift to where they basically run a zone bracket. They only end up bringing four-man pressure, but what the beauty of this is the trap. This is called cover two trap, where, at the last second, Dalen is going to sit off of this in zone. And basically what he is he is a flat force defender in cover two. It's a way that you can keep a corner out on perimeter to be a run defender on this. And because he bails off of this and doesn't run man, Gunnar Helm runs him off, which safety obviously is going to take care of that. But what he does is he sits on this. Ewers thinks that he's going to have the quick out open, and he's basically bracketed. Because what's nice about this, you're going to end up getting the safety draw. You're going to have the linebacker is going to end up being a wall for the inside defender. You're going to have Cole is going to bail. He's going to be the wall for the inside defender. So you've got the outside taken care of by your corner. You've got the inside taken care of by your linebacker, and you've got the safety that sits over the top of it. And they're doing the same thing on the other side. So it's basically, like I said, a cover two trap concept. And Ewers is completely fooled on this, which he should be. As you can see here, now he's allowing the release. Cole's inside, Everett's outside. He's over the top. He's your inside guy doing the same thing that Cole's doing on this side. He's over the top, and he's sitting there running inside at leverage. He actually had two inside leverage defenders on this side because you still got a corner sitting on the other side like Everett is on this side. And Ewers thinks this is going to be open because he should be running man, and he sits right on that. And he does a great job of disguising it and coming up and making the pick. Good job by six. Really impressed with their defense tonight. I had to go to the first play that really changed the pace of the game. 0-0 ball game, about 150 to go in the first quarter, and we bring a corner blitz from the boundary, and we run a trap zone with that basically a match to man with a cover one over the top of it. So what I'm going to show you is just the base concept of this. Let me get my drawing tools ready right here for you so that we can show you how everything is set up here. How could you not be excited about our defense after the way we played tonight? I know offensively there's still some head scratchers out there, but, those things can be fixed. But defense is something that's reaction, and it's reactionary. It's not something that necessarily you just continue to work on and get better at, obviously, but, it's still very impromptu in how you play. And I think we responded very well tonight. So I just wanted to show you real quick how this is set up. And I think you're going to be very impressed with what Shu had drawn up. Basically, what you're going to get out of this is something that gets on the vertical, and then you're going to get some digs coming across at different levels. And what we do out of this that I really like is you're going to get a pull, and you're going to get a pull out of this to basically take care of those two digs. So those two guys automatically bracket. Mykel, man, it's good to see him now back fully healthy. He really does a good job of getting pressure, even though he doesn't get to the ball carrier here. And we're going to get a neck stun off of this and a fit, and we get a lot of pressure. But what Quinn Ewers does not see is Dalen Everett coming off the side. Dan Jackson takes over the top of him, and then there's your cover one free safety in the middle of the field taking care of business. And these guys obviously are going to basically pick up whatever shows on this side. So you get the bracket to the two digs. You get five-man pressure, you get a boundary corner, and Quinn Ewers is freaking just absolutely obliterated on this play. It's gorgeous watching it and how it's set up, but just watch it in full speed right here as they bring it. As we set up here, what I like is Mykel's using his off arm to get pressure on the tackle. Raylan is working off leverage and not running right into the chest of the running back here. And we're still getting pressure with our D tackles. I like what we see here. Obviously, you can see the two guys are going to be picking up the digs. We're bracketing this guy right here. So Ewers, he's wanting to look at this dig. But because of the way we're set up here, Dan Jackson's over the top of the receiver that Dalen left, and there's your cover one free safety. So we have everything covered up here. But this front, getting 4 and 5 man pressure to the quarter, long steer, freaking cow, like it. Shove a horn up your ass. Absolutely gorgeous play by Glenn Schuman right here with pressure. And, going back and looking at this again, I just, Coach Smart said it in the post-game interview that, Coach Schuman had some things for him right here. And I just really like how they handled this trips bunch set. But just bringing Dalen Everett off the edge and the boundary was just gorgeous to this play right here. Bam! This is what I've been talking about from Georgia's defense. And this is just a check down right here. They end up getting in Deuce's left. You got your tight end staying in for max coverage. So this is only a 3-receiver progression. Off this play action, he's going to be checking off. You can see, I know this is not a screen, but because I'm watching what we've got right here out of this, but I want you to understand that after he throws the football, I want you to watch the pursuit. He catches this ball almost 6-7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And these 3 plus 2 from the defensive line, I want you to watch them converge on the football right here. The speed to get to him, he is just now getting back to the line of scrimmage right here. And this is what I've been talking about from our defense, is that when you make contact, you don't let them run over you. You enforce the contact and you drive them back. And that's a beautiful thing right here, man, watching us gain tackle with pursuit from our interior to make a tackle and no gain with the speed we've got on defense. So I want you to watch this play full speed and just watch the beauty of once the this is a nasty play by Sark. I really like the play call here, but what I love even better, I love a safety that comes downhill and wants to make a daggum tackle. That's something that's exciting to see from Dan Jackson. What we're going to get out of this scenario is you're going to get basically what looks like power. You're going to get the guard pull, and you're going to get this guy come across his face. He runs quick, jet action motion, so basically a razor motion right here. And what we're going to get off of this power look is you're going to get basically a flare by your tailback with a lead blocker, all right? And it's out in space. And when he catches the football, it looks really good to set up with. So as they get the motion, now you've got it set up. Now he's reading, and as soon as the ball's thrown, he's going to take off. Now this guy is going to be blocking as the ball's being thrown because it is behind the line of scrimmage. He is allowed to be blocking downfield. So he takes inside. He's going to take outside. He catches the football, and right now it looks pretty darn good, honestly. At this point in time, you got 2 inside tracers, but they're not there. Leverage is good, but I want you to watch Dan Jackson come downhill. Now, granted, this is not just this life-altering play, but this is the difference of this being an explosive play and only being about a 3-yard gain right here, because I want you to watch this headhunter come downhill and make him make a decision and end up getting tackled because he's not used to that speed getting downhill through the alley. Just watch this. Boom. It's a great job by Dan Jackson. That's something that we just do not see enough of or do not give enough credit to right here because we're blocked leverage-wise. We're chasing. He's the only guy realistically that can make this tackle. If he doesn't, it's a long play. It's a touchdown or an explosive at least. If you just want to see good football, this is just good stuff. I know Janelle Aguero had one bad pass pro time where in pass coverage he got turned around because covering the number 2 receiver, he got twisted with leverage. But I'm telling you, in run support, he is honestly the real deal. There's a couple things that I want you to see here out of this. First off is Warren Brinson. Welcome back, 93, like I said earlier. I mean, for him to get off this block and get down the line of scrimmage, I want you to watch what the guard does after he swims him and gets off of him. He is literally hanging onto his leg like he's almost cleaving to him to say not go. Tierney Ingram Dawkins does a great job of getting leverage and working down the line of scrimmage. Janelle Aguero, heck of a job of setting the edge and staying with outside shoulder free. You've got Malaki coming up in run support, and you've got CJ Allen come from the inside. And that's 3 guys you don't want to see arrive with bad intentions. But our defensive line doing a great job of keeping everything at a push at the line of scrimmage, nothing being moved to the other side of the line of scrimmage. And, just a good overall run scheme right here to fit off of this for no gain. But I want you to watch Warren Brinson at the point of attack right here. Beautiful swim technique getting off of that. Now he's being held around his right leg. Absolutely, the dude is holding his leg for him not to get off. You see Tierney Ingram Dawkins look at that leverage with his arm. Janelle Aguero is fighting the tackle off right here to keep outside shoulder free, and there comes run support up inside. I like what I see from those 3 guys, being able to split those 2, knock them off. CJ finally doing his job of punching and pressing and getting him off. And look what he does. He runs that guy into his running back. That's Wisner right there, or Wisner, however you say it. And he punches and presses him into that running back. And now he can come up freely and make the tackle because now he's got nowhere to go because he's pushed his guard or tackle into the running back here for them to get sound on the football. I know that in a lot of games, we're going to have some pass breakups, pass breakdowns. We're going to have just 50-50 balls that go the other way. But this is a dime package that I want you to see that we don't get very often against Quinn Ewers here. But what you're going to get is Raylan's going to have the running back. Janelle is going to have Gunnar Helms. You're going to basically see Malaki locked up here, basically playing the nickel. You're going to have Humphreys and Everett are going to take care of these, and you have your cover two look here. This is two-man. I used to call this two-dog. And basically, your Jalen Walker is sort of your spy here. So they're going to try to get three-man pressure, and Jalon is just going to sit to see if he squirts out of there, deciding not to throw the football. And what you guys are about to witness is just a lockdown across the board. Quinn Ewers has nowhere to throw the football right here. So as he finally pulls the ball down, you can see Jalon. What I would love to do behind this hodgepodge is, I guess he can see him pretty well, but what I feel like is you see this versus this. I wish he would just be moving just a little bit off to the side here, but he recognizes it pretty quickly, comes over the top. Quinn decides to run. He has nowhere to go with the football and has to just throw it away right here at the end. Great. You get excited about Georgia setting an edge. This is setting an edge by Janelle Aguero right here. Now, this is honestly a great job across the board with all of these guys. I mean, they both recognize as they're attacking that they're getting stretched. So all the linemen are trying to step to reach out of this right here, and we're going to step up. They're going to hand it on the stretch. But I want you to watch Janelle Aguero not only take on his guy, but bully him back towards the line of scrimmage. And I want you to watch the pursuit of our D lineman down the line of scrimmage on this play right here. I am beyond stoked about this play right here because it's something we haven't seen a lot of. But for the first time, you talk about setting the edge in this case scenario. This is a guy who knows how to set the freaking edge. Does a great job here. I mean, I'm just impressed. If you watch, Warren Brinson, I'm going to back this up just a tag. I'm thinking, Kristen Miller doing a great job, Warren Brinson doing a great job. But watch Janelle Aguero. Not only is he keeping his outside hat free, he is now, the running back has yet to go north and south on this play whatsoever. So you've got everybody on the line of scrimmage that's pursuing from the running back. Safety's fitting outside, which is where he should be. And if he does it correctly, if he makes him cut back inside, Dan Jackson should be fitting in that hole right there. But it's amazing to me just watching our line of scrimmage move with this. I'm going to back this up, and I want you to watch it again. Just watch how our guys are moving down the line of scrimmage, setting the edge, Janelle, making him make a cut, and our pursuit to the football is relentless. We got 5 hats on the football, making the play on stretch. Nothing says welcome to the SEC like a running back running over their primary running back. And I know that obviously the blue kid, number 23, is he's a good running back. He's obviously had to replace injuries and things of that nature, but he's 6 games deep into this, and he hasn't faced what he's about to face right now. And that is where we're going to bring a 6-man pressure. We're going to 2-trap this again, and we're bringing 6-man pressure with our play here. So we're going to get basically the X stunt by our linebackers here that end up fitting to kind of crisscross. But when 23 steps up in here, I believe it's on Raylan on this situation right here. I want you to watch how he just blows him up. It's just unreal how the center doesn't take the first threat. He lets the first threat go through to take the second threat. And Raylan Wilson says, welcome to the SEC here, buddy, as he gets to him. Now, as all this is working, you've got Damon Wilson, you've got Jalen Walker, who had one hell of a game, getting off the edge here, running the hoop to push him up inside. Jalen fights and works back inside to this, and he ends up getting the sack off this. But I love the backside pursuit, but it's all stemmed from what Raylan does to start with on Jordan Blue. Welcome to the SEC, 23. Get out of the way, damn it. And then, of course, our defense surrounds the football. I love it right here, getting to the football, making Quinn panic to have to push, and we got another sack on the offense. This is what I've been talking about from Georgia's defense, and this is just a check down right here. They end up getting in deuces left. You got your tight end staying in for max cover, so this is only a 3-receiver progression. Off this play action, he's going to be checking off. You can see, I know this is not a screen, but because I'm watching what we've got right here out of this, but I want you to understand that after he throws the football, I want you to watch the pursuit. He catches this ball almost 6-7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And these 3 plus 2 from the defensive line, I want you to watch them converge on the football right here. The speed to get to him, he is just now getting back to the line of scrimmage right here. And this is what I've been talking about from our defense, is that when you make contact You don't let them run over you. You enforce the contact and you drive them back. And that's a beautiful thing right here, man, watching us gain tackle with pursuit from our interior to make a tackle and no gain with the speed we've got on defense. So I want you to watch this play full speed and just watch the beauty of what drives me nuts on this play. Is this is after all the chaos had happened. And honestly, either an unsportsmanlike conduct on Texas fans for a 15-yard penalty should have been assessed after the flip reversal, which was illegal, honestly, because they had already cited the actual infraction, which you can't review and you can't go back and change that. But yet they did. And it was a delay of game on Texas fans as well. So one penalty needs to be assessed. I would love for both of them to be assessed, but they shouldn't have the ball on the 9-yard line. It should at least be on the 14-yard line. And that's huge because when you're talking about a game that is critical from the line of scrimmage, Mykel Williams right here on the next play from scrimmage on their first play after all that chaos went down, we get a sack. So I'm sitting here thinking to myself, I look at the boot action that we're getting out of this, but I'm watching Mykel here taking on the zone back and then realizing he doesn't have it and then stepping out. He is a welcome addition back to our defensive line. There is no doubt we played a lot more solid ball game because of Mykel Williams. And because he steps out and makes the sack right here, look where the ball's at, okay? So you've got the 15-yard line, 16, 17. He's on the 18. So with a 5-yard penalty, if they had started on the 14, they'd now be on the plus 23. That's a big difference. That's a 40-yard field goal. That's a chance for us to keep them in their play calling regime in a little bit different scenario right there. But because they get it's just like, hey, we're just going to flip this play anyway. We don't care. And you get the ball where you lie. So you get every benefit of the situation. You get to act like total ass, show your butt, get no penalty for it, get the flip reversal, and then get no penalization to where your offense starts on the line of scrimmage. And we still get a sack right out of the gate off of this play. It should be second down right now, and you're on, you were first and goal. But still, though, you lose that yardage, and you're out on the 23-yard line versus being where they're at right now. I have to be the first to admit that I was wrong on this. I thought this was OPI, but obviously this is where offenses get, the little loopholes that they have here. Isaiah Bond's running games right here with Dalen Everett, and, I understand he's in man-to-man, so he's having to move right and left on this situation. Everybody else is locked up. We got one guy on a single receiver out here, and what this basically sets up is a pick play. Now, I know there's got to be some kind of variation off of this, but once Isaiah Bond goes in motion, I was thinking we had OPI over here, offensive pass interference, but if he catches the ball behind the line of scrimmage, it's not OPI, and the line of scrimmage is the 2-yard line, and you can see here that Isaiah catches the ball roughly on about the 4.5-yard line. So realistically, this guy can block all he wants to. He can knock the absolute piss out of Dalen Everett, but we've got to be able to fit off of this and see that the ball is thrown. My problem with Humphreys, and he's seen this before in Alabama game, other games as well, is that we've got to learn to switch this off. If we're going to get this, why not switch off from to Dalen Everett and let Humphreys come over the top so he's got better leverage right here to make the play. But he comes off way too late. And obviously this guy has no desire whatsoever to catch the football. All right, we can definitely pass that off for somebody else inside, but we've got to get better leverage on this. It's too easy of a play. All right, CJ Allen, you're going to get better at this, my friend. You got to remember you're in the boundary side, and honestly, they must be in zone because Dalen Everett doesn't take a person. So, he's here. Malachi's got number 2. Raylan's free on this, but I don't understand as much as CJ Allen works over the top of the traffic. As you can see here, the one thing you learn as a linebacker playing man-to-man defense is you've got to learn how to be in position over the top, because obviously the running back can go a lot of different directions. But think about it on this situation. I get it. He possibly thinks, because he doesn't know what's happening behind him right now. But I do know this. Dalen Everett needs to be able to help him. I understand leverage-wise he's in a good spot right here, but what CJ needs to be is working to the inside, just like a DB. You stay on the inside. If you cut him in half, you're looking at his inside shelf to take the inside cut away. If he reacts outwardly, you're still on the inside shelf. You're able to work outwardly, and you've got help here. But, in this case scenario, because he does break inside on the angle, which is a typical route by running back, and it's typically linebacker 101 man drills is what you work on. There's basically 3 cuts that they do here. They're going to work on either the angle route, you're going to work on the quick out route, or you're going to work on just a quick hitch route, or it could be just a shoot route out of the backfield. But, linebackers work on this drill all the time. I'm sure Coach Shue works with these guys every day on this kind of stuff, especially when he knows he's got a team that's going to be, that runs as much man as we do, and they've got to cover running backs out of the backfield. But, help him out, Dalen. Get over the top of this right here. You look really slow on this cut. As he comes up and gives him the move and runs this, of course, CJ's caught and sort of dead-legged, and, Quinn Ewers makes a good throw right here finally. And, but what you're covering nothing, Dalen. You've got nothing out here. There's nothing there. He is the most outside receiver to you. Get over the top of this and help your linebacker out, for crying out loud. But again, doesn't get there, doesn't help. It's easy score.